where he cut himself a nice thick slice of white bread that he'd purchased at the bakery on his way home from work earlier that day. It was fresh and soft, with a light flaky crust. White bread like this was a luxury that very few German citizens were privileged to enjoy, but he was a high-ranking official in the Nazi Party working for the Gestapo. He didn't need to eat that terrible brown bread that the regular population of German people was told they must eat if they were loyal to the party. "That brown bread is made with sawdust," he thought as he shook his head in disgust. Then he slathered a thick mound of real butter onto his bread, another luxury denied the general population. Good food was a luxury, and good German Hausfraus were taught to prepare meals with inferior ingredients these days so that better quality food could be given to the soldiers who fought for the fatherland. Although Ulf knew that the better food never made it that far. It usually ended up on the tables of the higher-ranking Nazis. Still, every good German family was told they must make these sacrifices for their country. For a mere second, Ulf felt a slight pang of guilt when he thought about the brown bread and the loyal Germans who served it to their children. But the guilt was soon fleeting, and he grew tired of caring about anything. Once, he'd been devoted to Hitler and the Nazi vision for the fatherland, but as time passed, he saw the faults in the Nazi Party. Hitler did not keep his promises to the German people. He was a liar, and Ulf could see through him. So now, Ulf was devoted to no other than himself, and was not about to give up any luxuries he could acquire. He'd just taken a bite of bread when the phone rang. He swallowed quickly, then, after wiping his hand on a kitchen towel, he picked up the receiver. "Hello?"
"Ulf, it's Pippi. I have good news. We have plenty of dog cages, and I'm sure there will be no problem if you want to borrow one."
"That's good. Very good."
"I don't mean to pry, but I never knew you liked dogs," she said.
"Oh, yes, I do. I've always liked dogs." He was telling the truth. He loved dogs, but that had nothing to do with his plan. In a cheerful voice, he continued, "I always wanted one, but I never had one as a boy. My stepmother refused to have any animals in the house. She said they were too dirty. She was afraid their fur would get all over her furniture."
"I love dogs too," Pippi said. "I wouldn't care about fur on my furniture if my husband wanted a dog. I would allow him to have one, and then I would just clean more."
Ulf laughed a little, but sometimes she made him uncomfortable. No matter what he said, Pippi always agreed with him. So her reaction to his getting a dog was no surprise, and she was always trying to entice him to ask her out. He pretended not to be aware of her intentions toward him. It was easier than telling her that he found her boring. "Yes, well, I'm quite excited about getting the dog," Ulf said.
"What kind are you getting?"
"A German Shepherd, of course."
"A puppy?"
"Yes." He was getting tired of her questions, but she was talking fast. He knew she didn't want to hang up the phone. She desperately tried to keep the conversation going, hoping it would result in him asking her to go out for a cup of coffee or a beer.
"Are you getting the puppy through the party?"
No. Actually, a friend of mine has a bitch who is having puppies. I'm going to take one."
"Well, good for you. I would love to visit your house once you have the dog. I'd love to see her."
"Yes, of course," he said. Now he was really ready to get off the phone. The last thing he wanted was to have to think of an excuse for why Pippi must never come to his home. So, before she could say another word, he said, "Well, thanks so much. Someone is at the door. I have to run. I'll see you tomorrow morning."